welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Tanya.
I'm Ryan. We're excited to share some recipes with you guys and hope you enjoy them as much as we do.
So in today's video, we're going to be making biscottis. My brother's birthday is tomorrow and he loves these Italian cookies. So we're going to be making him some and showing you guys step by step just how easy it is to make these at home. Are you ready?
Of course. All right, here we've finally chopped these toasted almonds. Toast them at 350 degrees for about 5 minutes. Let them cool completely and then you can chop them. So here's a list of ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. There's going to be 1 cup of sugar, 1 stick of melted butter, 3 tablespoons of brandy, 2 teaspoons of almond and vanilla extract, 1 cup of toasted almonds that we've already coarsely chopped, 3 eggs, 2 cups and 3/4 cups flour, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to start mixing together the ingredients. We're going to start with 1 cup of sugar. You're going to start with your 1 stick of melted butter. 3 tablespoons of brandy. And go ahead and mix this together. Now we'll add our 3 eggs. Our vanilla extract. Our almond extract. The toasted almonds. And go ahead and give that a mix. Now that it's all nicely incorporated, we're going to add our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups and 3/4 cup flour, our 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and our 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to go ahead and mix this on a nice low speed. Now this is all nicely incorporated, it's light and fluffy. We're going to go and scrape down the bowl. Now you can use either a rubber spatula or this is just a plastic bowl scraper, whatever works for you. We just really want to scrape this down so every little bit gets incorporated. We don't have any dry spots in our dough. Now after it's scraped down, just mix for a little bit more to get it really hydrated and you'll be done.
Alrighty, so now that we have our dough and it's made, we're going to go ahead and transfer it over to some parchment paper that we have here. We don't really recommend you using plastic just because if you use plastic wrap it tends to get sticky and stuff, so you can just leave it in the bowl to rest if you'd like, but we're going to use parchment paper today. We're going to go ahead and transfer it, wrap it up nice and tight, and then we're going to have it rest for about 15 minutes so that it gets nice and hydrated before we roll it out and bake it. Nope. It smells so good.
rested in the fridge for about 15 minutes. Now that the dough is rested, we're going to pull it out and we're going to shape it. So now we're just going to unwrap it and we are going to divide it in half. So to shape the biscotti, we're going to moisten our hands for the sticky dough. We don't want this to stick to us. So wet hands will help that. And just going to shape it maybe like about 1 inch or so thick. Now you can do 1 loaf, but if you do, it'll be way too big because it puffs up in the oven. All right, we're going to put it in our preheated oven at 350 for 30 minutes. All right, so our biscotti are ready. This is the first bake. It's a nice golden brown, but we're going to transfer it to the cooling rack for 15 minutes to cool. And after it's cool, we're going to cut it and we're going to do a second bake. And that's going to be the actual cookie portion of it.
Alrighty, so now that our biscotti is out of the oven and it's been cooling for about 15 minutes, it doesn't have to be completely cool. You just don't want it to be very hot either. So we're going to go ahead and transfer it to our cutting board. We want to cut it about at a bias, and then we're going to go ahead and do the second bake. So this is where our biscotti is going to actually have its shape. And then we want to lay it out on the sheet tray, bake it about 10 minutes on each side. Okay. And look at how pretty those are. Alrighty, so now we're just gonna put these back in our oven. And we're going to bake them, continue to bake them for about 10 minutes on each side. And the reason for that is because if you bake them for 20 minutes just on one side, they might get a little too brown. So keep an eye on them. Alrighty. Ooh. These look great. So now this is the color that you're looking for. They're a nice golden brown. This is exactly what you want, but they're not quite ready yet. They're almost ready. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip them over. You see that nice golden brown on the other side? And we're just gonna put them back in our oven for 10 more minutes, and that'll be the last bake that we do. And then they'll be ready to eat. Alright, now we're going to put them back in our oven for about another 10 minutes. Alrighty guys, so this is our final product, our delicious biscottis. You can enjoy these with your favorite hot beverage. We personally like these with coffee ourselves, but if you're not a coffee drinker, you're more than welcome to have them with hot chocolate or some tea, whatever you'd like. They're fine.
And you know, they're great for giving to friends and family, enjoying them in the morning or for breakfast. Just a great gift idea. It's very simple to make.
A very good breakfast.
Very enjoyable.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and give it a try. They're really good. Please remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification button for our next video so you guys can be notified. And thank you for enjoying them. We're going to enjoy these.